May is shaping up to be a massive month for crypto holders, and this is a video you need to watch all the way till the end because I'll be covering the top 5 altcoins that you need to be watching because they have some major events coming up that will bring a lot of eyeballs and attention to their coins. So if you are ready, go ahead right now and smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. All right, let's go. Now, before we get into the 5 coins that we will be covering and a bonus coin also towards the end, I want to make sure you're aware in this video, while I'm going to briefly explain why these coins have some massive things coming, I'm not going into details on the fundamentals. If you want to know more about the fundamentals, make sure to click on the link right there at the top of the description where our sister channel Alpha Bros will be covering everything you need to know about these 5 coins fundamentally and why this month will be so big. I'm going to mention them in passing and then talk to you on the charts about where I see price action potentially going in the month of May, or at least shortly after, because of the events that happen in this month. Before I get there, though, I also want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, and that is BloFin. If you are looking to trade and make money with me during this whole month of May, trading these coins and their volatility, there's no better place to do it than on BloFin. Go check out that link in the description. Sign up right now and start trading with the bros. You won't regret it. Shout out to BloFin. Let's start off, though, with coin number 1. You might be surprised about what it is, but I'm going to start off with KASPA. If we go to my screen right here, KASPA is going to be my first coin that you need to be watching. Now, the reason you need to be watching is because here in just a couple of days, on May 5th, the Crescendo hard fork will launch on KASPA. Again, I'm not going into details. That is for Crux to do over on Alpha Bros, but this is going to bring a lot of eyeballs to the KASPA charts. And this is a chart right now, a coin that already is wrestling with some former resistance levels. Even though technically KASPA set a higher high back here when we broke through 8.2 cents. The next level we had identified as major resistance for KASPA was this zone right in here around 11 cents. And you can see just a couple of days ago, KASPA did reject on that level. But after pulling back healthily, it looks like KASPA is regaining some momentum back to the upside. And with us having buy signals as high as both the weekly and 2-weekly chart from Lux Algo, we have potential signals that whether it happens in May or shortly after, KASPA absolutely could still make its way up to 14 cents in the near future. That's where this order block is in play. Excuse me, a smart trail is in play on the 2-weekly chart. That being said, KASPA, along with a lot of other coins, has recently had some sell signals come into play. But with us making this bounce already off of the, with the sell signal in play, with us already making the bounce off the smart trail, this is what I wanted to show you right here. The question is going to be, do we have any higher time frame sell signals, like, for example, the daily chart? And it does look like the MACD and the RSI are saying that is a possibility. So if KASPA does see a pullback happen in the month of May, the area that I would be watching for would be down for a purchase, back down towards 8.2 cents, possibly as low as 7.6. But I like the 8.2 area for a pullback on KASPA before a big rally to the upside. No guarantee that it's going to happen, but like I said, these events and these things that are happening, they're going to bring a lot of eyeballs to all of these coins, and eyeballs means volatility. Some people will buy, some people will sell. This is a trader's best friend. Keep an eye on the chart. Stick around with our channel. We'll show you when there's buy signals, when there's sell signals, what the significant levels of support and resistance are. For now, on KASPA, 8.2 cents for support, and potentially we could rally as high as 14 cents before this rally takes another cool off. There's your first coin. Let's move to coin number 2. And you're going to notice on my chart it says FTM or Phantom, but actually this coin has recently changed its name to Sonic. Now, Sonic on May 6th has its own summit called the Sonic Summit. Again, I'm not going to go into details about what happens there, but we know about conferences and summits is that, again, a lot of things are announced, volatility happens, price action goes up and down and up and down. And this is a project, Phantom / now known as Sonic, has been trading in a rising channel here, more recently touching the levels of support. And with some longer term buy signals in play here, like on the weekly chart, we could see a potential move as high here as all the way back to $1.10, prices we haven't seen since back in December. Now, there's a good chance that that doesn't happen in the month of May. I think more realistically in the month of May, you're probably going to be looking closer towards where our 2 daily smart trails, or excuse me, the 3 daily smart trail could be here, maybe closer towards 80 cents as a realistic opportunity. But shortly after May is over, don't be surprised if we continue the bullish momentum all the way back up above $1 shortly after the month of May. With that said, though, on the shorter time frames here, we are wrestling with some resistance as the 12-hour smart trail has been hit. We have some shorter term sell signals in play as well from our oscillators that could give us targets. Let's look at the 8-hour chart as moving back down towards 48 to 50 cents as a realistic possibility here for Sonic. It could go lower. I want to make sure I'm very clear here. It could go lower and come all the way back down to support. But for right now, with longer-term buy signals still in play and only short-term sell signals, I kind of look at that 8-hour smart trail as being a very, very good zone of support. So 47 to 50 cents, that's going to be your area. We'll go ahead and put a mark in right there that I would suggest is a good place to scoop up Sonic should you be excited about the price action that's coming after its Sonic Summit. Again, embrace the volatility. It's going to get rough here for the first couple days of May. But these things could really bring some more excitement to the coin. And again, in the next couple of months, $1 is absolutely doable for Sonic. Let's move to coin number 3. And this is a coin that drastically needs some good news because it has had months and months of negativity. Some people even deciding to give up on it altogether. And that coin is Ethereum. Now, what's happening with Ethereum? On May 7th, we will get the Petra upgrade. I'm not going into details on this video. Once again, go over to Alpha Broz, click on that link in the description, go watch that video. He'll explain everything you need to know about Petra upgrade. What you should know is that people have been looking forward to this, and for that reason, we've actually already started to see Ethereum begin to pump here. Now, what does Ethereum need to do on the charts to get bullish once again? After months and months and months from December of putting in lower highs and lower lows, Ethereum needs to climb back above $2,100, get above the high we had right here at the end of March, and all of a sudden, Ethereum looks like it could be making bigger moves to the upside. Those upside moves, if you go to the weekly chart, could see Ethereum making its way back up towards 3,000, either by the end of May or shortly after if all the bullish moves start to happen. But again, until we get back above 2,100, for now, the bearish structure is still intact. When it comes to Ethereum and where we're looking for some pullbacks, we do still have some bearish signals on the 12-hour and 8-hour chart. With us being below that 12-hour smart trail, it's the 8-hour chart that's going to give us the best signal here. And that signal coming in probably somewhere in the world of 1,700. I'm not promising you this comes in, but with some sell signals happening here recently, with bearish divergence and bubbles in play, 1,700 to potentially 1,700 to 1,720 is my zone that I'm looking to scoop up some more Ethereum. We could see the Petra upgrade start with a little bit of a dip, a price action come back down, and then these weekly buy signals take off, and all of a sudden, Ethereum is shooting back up towards $3,000. Those are the levels you're watching for here with Ethereum. Let's move to coin number 4. We're staying within the top 5, and we're taking a look at XRP. Now, XRP has a huge conference coming up in the Dubai FinTech Summit. This is going to be happening May 12th to May 13th. A bunch of announcements will be made. Again, I'm not going to go into details. Crux will do a great job of that. But this is going to continue the momentum for XRP as it's making some moves towards the upside. Here recently, we have broken above a key level of descending resistance. This descending red line was on top of us since back here in January. Now, we have not only broken above it and closed several daily candles above. Here just yesterday, we actually bounced off of this, turning former resistance into support. This is a great, great move for XRP. And unlike the rest of the crypto space, we're not necessarily getting a bunch of bearish indicators on these higher time frames. We had a sell signal here on the 12-hour chart, but with us being below that 12-hour smart trail, I think at the very worst, we're looking around the 8-hour smart trail, kind of in this range of $2.10 as a possible pullback. But even right now, we're starting to move away from being bearish into some buying territory, even on the 8-hour chart. So best case scenario, I think that XRP holders could go ahead and start purchasing now. But if you want to wait, maybe just another retest of this support level, again, former resistance here in the world of $2.10, maybe as low as 208, could be your next buying spot for XRP. Once that takes off, all of a sudden, we are talking about major moves to the upside, like repeating what we did back in November, shooting above our red reversal cloud. We're talking about backup. I'm not going to say back up because we've never been here. We're talking about moves over $4 are on the table. Maybe even looking, the 2 weekly chart's not going to give us a lot more there either. Maybe even looking up above $5 before the end of the summer. XRP is not a coin to sleep on. A lot of people made that mistake last summer. They said, oh, this coin will never make it big. We told you right here on the Investing Bros channel, XRP is going to pop and it's going to do it with a lot of style. Sure enough, in November, XRP was the top moving coin and is setting itself up for a very bullish formation that could take the price action before the end of the bull market over $10. Do not miss out on XRP's pump. May could be a very, very big month for them. Now, before I give you coin number 5, I need to give you an honorable mention, and that would be Bitcoin. Why am I going to say Bitcoin is a coin to be watching? Well, some of you have been looking forward to this. The Bitcoin conference is the biggest crypto conference in the world, and it is going to be happening May 25th through the 27th. I will not be there, but T-Shroom and Crux both will be, and you absolutely want to be there to meet them. Bitcoin is going to be looking in the month of May to potentially rival and get back above 100K to start push towards new all-time highs above 110,000. Where am I still looking, though, for a potential pullback on Bitcoin? I still believe we could look towards the 8 and 12-hour charts and see that 90,500 to 91,000, this zone right in here, could still be a very interesting spot. If the volatility comes in with Bitcoin, if the price starts to pull back, I would not be surprised if you have an opportunity to buy between 91 and 90,000. That still is in the cards. Now, as I'm making this video, Bitcoin is working potentially to break above a key level of resistance right here. If that happens, forget my levels on all these pullbacks. We could start to shoot early here in May to the upside. But for now, I'm still monitoring these sell signals on the 8-hour and 12-hour charts that still give me some pause. We still believe 90,000 is doable for Bitcoin before we take off to the upside. If you want to learn more about how to read these charts and how to understand what I'm processing and why I select the levels I do, I teach all of this to our VIP trading group every single day with live trading and also Q&A so that you can get feedback on your journey as you learn to trade and you learn to invest. Go check that out if you want to learn more and invest in your education. With that said, though, let's get into coin number 5 that has a very interesting May, and I think you've got to keep an eye on it because it's got some big swinging possibilities here. It's going to be Solana. Now, Solana has a ship or die conference May 22nd, right? So a lot of conferences happening in May, and whenever these conferences happen, a lot of big things are addressed. Once again, Crux will go into detail, so I'm not going to use this video for that. I want to talk to you about price action. And Solana here, within the last week, has made a major move of setting a higher high for the first time in several months. After breaking out of a very bullish falling wedge pattern, we broke the highs from back in March, and all of a sudden, Solana is starting to cook with grease. If you want to take a look at where we could see Solana get to, we're going to be keeping our eyes on the weekly buy signal all the way up here back at $200. But we're also starting to flash a 2-weekly buy signal as well, and this could send the price of Solana close to all-time highs back up towards 250. So a lot of bullish momentum still on the way for Solana. But when you have this big of a rally, you always want to keep your eyes on potential pullback possibilities, and that brings us to a daily sell signal that's in order right here with red reversals, bearish momentums, and negative money flow. Could Solana still make its way back down towards $130 before making that move? That is going to be the question. And with the volatile month of May coming, do not be surprised if that is what happens. With the 12-hour smart trail giving us the same area, I'm going to go ahead and peg this zone as my next buying zone for Solana. We're looking at 137 to 133 as an amazing zone to scoop up Solana before the bull run takes off again. That is all I have for you in this video. But if you did find it helpful and you enjoyed it, you're going to want to make sure you're sticking around for a whole lot more of these by subscribing to the channel. Make sure you like it as well. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, where every single day we're dropping all the alpha you need. Once again, check out the Alpha Bros YouTube channel as well, as that will give you everything you need to know about fundamentals to go along with the price action that we offer you. I'll see you in the next video. Adios. Well, look at there. You made it to the end of the video, which means you probably did enjoy it. So right now, go and smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our content. But if you want to go deeper, if you want to learn more about what I think and the rest of our team thinks on the markets, the daily news, and what's going on in the charts, make sure to check out our VIP trading group, where every single day we are discussing everything going on. We're going live several times a day to answer all of your questions and set up several trades to make money no matter what the markets look like. Go sign up right now with that link down below. I'll see you over there.